Are you tired of figuring out what women actually want? At this point, are you wishing for a manual to drop down from the sky to help you out? Well, your wish is finally granted, because in this video, we're going to give you everything you want. The code for getting a woman to go crazy after you, because this video is all about the things that women really crave. Follow each step and you'll be on your way to success. So go on and subscribe to our channel and keep watching. Number 11. Don't be solution-oriented. Are you the type of guy who always needs to think of a practical solution whenever you're faced with a problem? Well, most men are the same. But when it comes to women, you need to throw this behavior out the window. The thing with women is that they like to talk about everything. Did someone at work give them the side eye? Was their Chipotle bowl too spicy? Yep, they need to tell every possible detail to their best friend and their partner. But where most men get it wrong is that they think their partner is telling them all this because she wants them to hear logical step-by-step solutions to it. Nope, they just want you to listen and acknowledge their feelings about different situations. That's all they want. And trust us, if you can develop the habit of listening, your woman is going to be all about you. Number 10. Listen with an open mind. Women love to gossip as well as men do, but the one thing that a woman doesn't love is unwarranted opinions, especially from her partner. Men do have the tendency to instruct people what to do because they believe they understand the issue better than anyone. However, when it comes to women, it's highly possible that you won't completely understand what she's saying and why something is a problem for her. That's all fine and dandy. No one expects you to get everything, but they do expect you to listen with a non-judgmental attitude. You need to keep your biases aside when it comes to listening to your partner. Women deal with unwanted opinions all day, and they don't appreciate it when these judgy opinions come from their partner. So the next time your partner comes to you with an issue, pause and reflect before you say something. And when you do, make sure it's either neutral or it says something positive about her. Number 9. Thoughtful compliments. Now this seems a bit obvious, but here's the thing. Men have the habit of giving superficial compliments that only pertain to a woman's body. You might not fall into that category, but most men do. Women get tired of hearing how beautiful or sexy they are all the time. If you want to stand out in the pool, you need to understand what women really want. She doesn't want you to check her out from top to bottom unless you're in a relationship with her. She wants you to go beyond the surface and look for the real reasons you like her. A thoughtful compliment would entail you telling her that you love how excited she gets when she talks about her pet animal. You get the jam. This is what women really crave. Someone who sees beyond their external beauty. Number 8. Feeling safe. Whenever a woman scours for a man to be either friends with or be in a relationship with, the first thing she looks for is the man's ability to provide a safe space for her. It's a straight-up fact. There are no two ways about this. And when it comes down to her choosing you out of everyone, feeling protected in your company will be the deciding criterion. It's not that women can't protect themselves or fight their own battles. However, they crave to be with someone around whom they can let their guard down. What's the point of being with a man if she still has to be in fight or flight mode around him? And trust us, if you can get a woman to put her guard down and be her own self completely, she's going to keep you around forever. Number 7. Honesty. Yes, honesty is a given value in every relationship. However, most people forget that honesty goes beyond big things. What do we mean by that? It's simple. Yes, you have to be honest about your past relationships and all, but you also have to be honest about your daily routine. For example, if your partner asks how your day was, she expects you to tell her honestly if it was good or bad. This is something that most men miss out on, and this is the kind of honesty every woman digs. Number 6. Keeping promises. We've all made big promises to someone and not kept them. In fact, we all know people who have made big promises to us and not kept them. But do you know what's the most masculine thing about a man? It's his ability to keep his word. If you give your word to someone, you better make sure you come through. Women crave this kind of authenticity in a man. They often dislike men who tell them one thing and do the other. Take for instance, you told your partner that you're going to show up for dinner at 8. If you're even a minute late, you're not a man of your word. Now we know this is extreme. However, you need to be able to openly communicate and manage expectations if you can't do what you said. So if you can't make it to dinner at 8, You should have a very valid excuse that you couldn't have possibly foreseen, or you shouldn't have made a commitment you couldn't keep in the first place. It chips away at her trust in you, and no man wants that. Number 5. Communication. In the business world, you're taught that communication is key. But do you know the interesting part? The same goes for your personal life. Women love a man who is proficient and articulate at expressing his feelings, boundaries, and issues. When you're in a relationship, you can't go AWOL on the other person. Everyone has busy days, and it's good that you have a thriving and independent personal life, but you need to communicate these things to your partner. Women don't really expect much, but they do expect you to keep them in the loop about your life. If you know you're going to be busy all day, leave a sweet message in the morning telling her that. It's a small task, but it'll do wonders for your relationship because women crave this kind of open communication. Number 4. Make her feel special. Are you in a relationship? Do you have friends who are women? Well, this one's for you. When a woman is in a relationship with you, she wants to feel special. Want to know what special means? It means that there needs to be a big difference between how you treat her and how you treat other women or people in your life. No woman wants to share her place in your life with anyone, so it means that if there's something you do for her, you shouldn't do that for anyone else. This is one way women tend to feel loved. For instance, if you're in a group, you can say, "There's no one I'd do this for except for her." You get the gist. You can do the same with gifts, inside jokes, and secret conversations. It'll make your woman go crazy after you. Number 3. Act mature. If you're stepping into the dating pool, better make sure that you're out of your teenage mindset. Women don't like childish men. They don't want to date a child. They want to date a man who's capable of sustaining himself and her and doesn't need to rely on her for support every minute. One example of childish behavior is playing silly games to get a woman to like you. For instance, you deliberately reply late so you can play hard to get in order to increase your attractiveness. This simply doesn't work, and no woman likes this kind of behavior. If you want to play it cool, then you need to find valid reasons for playing it that way, like finding work that keeps you busy. This will make her appreciate your hard-working nature and crave your presence even more. It's important to strike a balance. There's a fine line between pushing a woman away forever and making her crave you more. Number 2. Don't invade her personal space. It's natural to be together all the time when you're in a relationship. From having dinner to going to the movies, partners do everything together. However, it's also easy to step into each other's personal space in a relationship. Women don't like men who do that. Everyone needs their space to charge their social battery and regulate their mental health, and you need to respect that. If your partner doesn't want to go out with you each night, you need to understand her decision and give her the space to do her own thing. You'll see that this tactic will actually bring you closer together, as she'll be recharged and happier when you come back. Number 1. Self-control. When you're around someone you love and find attractive, it's hard to keep yourself away from them. Everything they do affects you in one way or another, and it's easy to become emotionally dependent on them. But you need to realize that complete emotional dependency is not good for your own sake. And quite frankly, women don't find this attractive at all. They crave men who demonstrate self-control and independence in their lives. You need to have hobbies to keep yourself busy, and you need to be able to control your impulses. And when it comes to intimacy, women crave men who can also provide them with emotional intimacy, or else the relationship feels like a turnoff for them. So before you jump into bed, make sure you appreciate your woman and make her feel loved. Found this video helpful? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. See you next time.